And so the other piece to this, like with that,
let's do another stream that no one's going to watch. Except for my loving sister. That's what it is, man. Brush my teeth. I'll keep broadcasting. There's a couple people that tune in a little bit, watch a little bit, say hello and whatnot. Appreciate them. People watch all kinds of random stuff on the internet. Let's see why they can't watch my random stuff. I'm sure eventually, I'll probably get into start talking more about political stuff. But overall, like, I'm so disgusted by politics right now. Everything going on. That, like, I don't really want to talk about it. Just to be real. I mean, if you ask me, like, our political options are a joke. Like, that's the best we got to offer. Today I gotta go into Davie. I gotta go get my mail before all my stuff gets turned off. Because of non-payment, not because I, can't pay it at the moment, because I've got to go get my card. could have got it a couple days ago. I was right there, and I was like, oh, I'll get it another day. So I'm waiting for something else. So I know as soon as I pick this up, pick up what's there, and leave, the other thing's gonna arrive. That's how things go, I guess. Oh, did I switch the cameras? Nope. Not that it matters. Alright. Yeah, it has. My week has not been going well. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and start taking any kind of fare and just deal with it. It's the tips, man. The tips just ain't coming. I guess there's supposed to be an equal level of gratitude between the driver and the fare. So like I should be thankful for the fare that paid the minimum, and I guess the fare should be thankful that they got the option to pay the minimum. Well, they're thankful that, somebody delivered their stuff, but they're also thankful that they got it for the cheapest possible price. Stop and get something out of the road. It's been there for a couple days. Probably should have threw it in the trash can. Now the guys that come cut the grass might have a problem with it. Shit. Let's see here. Looks like we got heavy traffic already. Yeah, I might actually sign up for something. It's not YouTube. I might sign up for that Mug Club. Start using Rumble. Because if you get Mug Club, you get a ton of. It's a whole network of content creators. And I already know there's some on there. YouTube just isn't going to keep Steven Crowder. I like Nick DiPaolo. myself watching him. I'm like, man, I gotta find a way to be funny like him. But like, I watch all these content creators and then like try to let them inspire me to be a better content creator. But like, either you got it or you don't. If I had something that people wanted to see, people would tune into these live streams. Like, every time I do one, I get less views. Because even if people do tune in for 5 or 10 minutes, they might not dislike it, but you know, if you don't hit the like button, not hitting the like button is the same thing as hitting the dislike button. It's like, if you tune into this and like you think I'm kind of cool and then like I got potential and then I am gonna you know, improve the stream, you know, hit the like button, man. Give me a shot. I don't see my friend anywhere today. She leads on like she's like super homeless and she doesn't have anywhere to go, but I don't think that's true. I think she's got family and friends and she's got places where she can go and be at, but she chooses to come down here and stay by herself. But I guarantee you, when she leaves, wherever she goes, when she's not here, they're like, you know, you could stay here, you know, blah blah. We're always here for you. Which I don't have that. I mean, I kind of do. I mean, I could stay with my sister, you know. It's Ohio, man. It's Cleveland. I don't really want to be in the South, man. And like, I have Southern blood in me. Like, most of my family is in the South, from the South. Like, my mother was born in North Dakota and shit, though. So I guess, you know, I'm from the North. Man, these guys are just taking forever doing this shit, man. Tires, I had a slow leak in my 2 rear tires. And they usually would last like 2 days. And one of them was super low today, so I'm gonna have to, gotta make sure that when I buy the next 2 tires that they're on next month's. I gotta stretch it out, man. I gotta try and keep the bill as low as I can per month. I'm already way behind. I'm so fed up with politics that I can't even watch my favorite streamers right now. Like the last thing I want to do is watch some streamer talk about politics for hours. Just can't stomach it, man. It's like I'm not in a hurry, you know, for my days to go by, but like, I'm looking forward to when the election is complete and whoever is president, and then we can just move on from that. Like, I'm ready for that to be over. And then what always happens with that is, you know, whoever becomes president, they become president, and that's it. You know, there's nothing ever changes. You know, you're just whoever the president is, you go through your life and you go through your struggles, and that's just it. You know, no matter who's in the White House, you're gonna go through what you're gonna go through, and that's just it. I mean, yeah, between 16 and 19, even 20, between those 4 years were really good years for me. 20 screwed up everything. You know, COVID got me laid off twice. I could have went back, man. I should have went back. I'll tell you, if I would have went back, I wouldn't be on this stream right now. I wouldn't be in Florida right now, you know. So like, you know, everybody, oh, God's plan, you know. I guess this is God's plan for me to be on this stream right now, and gotta make sure I remember not to go all the way up to Flamingo Road. There's so many people trying to merge onto the freeway around Flamingo that it's like really difficult to comfortably go in there and exit there. Like, you gotta cross 3 lanes, and everybody that's merging is freaking trying to do Mach 5. Like, that's why I don't drive super fast, man, when I'm merging onto the freeway. I mean, my main reason for it is, like, I don't believe in gassing the car up and taking it over 3,000 RPMs. With this car, like, it rarely goes over 2,500 RPMs. Like, I'm trying to keep this car running for a while, man. These folks out here, they beat on their cars, they don't even realize it. It's like, get on the freeway, like, you know, it's like, yeah, sure, it's fine right now. But you can't drive it like that forever. You can't drive like that and think you're going to put 200,000 miles on a car.
I was in Ohio for the first 75,000 miles I put on this car. I never used the air conditioning at all. I rolled around with the windows down. I didn't, all I did was drive back and forth to work. And so now I'm down here, and you gotta run the air conditioning down here. I keep it as low as possible. Like the air in here is, it's still 80 plus degrees, but it's the humidity. The humidity's it's still kind of controlled. So it's it's livable in here right now. I'm trying to make everything last, man. I'm being conservative. That's another one of those crazy things about politics. Like being conservative is like a good thing. The definition of liberal is literally going all in. Like sometimes you'll see on a movie or something, you'll see on a TV show, someone said, "Oh, I see you gave yourself a very liberal portion of mashed potatoes." Like, that's what liberal means. It means more. That's why that side gets votes, because like there's people that are they want more government, and like I don't have a problem with more government. I just want better government. Like, what difference does it make how much government there is? I'm just delivering food for pennies and trying to pay off some debts and hoping that I hatch some kind of plan for the next half of my life, I'm not looking forward to like getting to Social Security time and all that kind of stuff. Of course not. I want that to take as long as possible for me to get to that point. But, it's there, hopefully, So at least I know at some point that when I get to that point, that I'll have that. Like, what do people do? Like, if I make it into my 80s, like a lot of people say they want to stay at home, like stay, out, away from. Like that truck slowed me all the way down to 60 before it exited the freeway. So, for me, I'm like, man. I mean, you hear a lot of horror stories about retirement homes and whatnot, but like, I like the idea of a retirement community. I don't see how you could not like that idea. Procrastinating on things. The last thing I want is for my phone to get shut off or my YouTube to get shut off or something. So I gotta go do that. You would think that I would have it saved in the GPS. I should know where it's at, but truthfully, I haven't really been to it that many times. There it is. So right now I'm on 84. 9 minutes. Oh, I gotta get back on 7. No, I'm staying on 84. I don't know why it tells me, the GPS is like, dude, hop on 84 or hop on the freeway for 3 miles and then get back off. Because where I'm going is on 84. So 75 is right over there. And it's like, yeah, jump on there and then get back off. I'm like, I'd rather just stay on 84. I don't have to merge onto 84, you know. And like 84 is like, 60. Man, yesterday, I was tripping yesterday. The cops were running radar on the express lanes. You see the speed limit's 55. It's 70 over there. So if it's 55, then you can do 60, 65, and you're good. But yeah, I seen the cops were running radar on the express lanes. And I'm like, what is the point of the express lane? Like, you can't go any faster on the express lane. Like, all it is that when there's a traffic jam, it's not usually jammed on the express lane. You know, it's never jammed on the express lane. That's all express lanes are. They don't get you anywhere any faster. All they do is make it so that you can avoid traffic jams. Because like that officer was running radar specifically on the express lane. Remember the first time you got on an express lane, like by mistake or kinda? I was doing like 80, and I'm like, oh man, this is great. There's nobody around. Hell yeah, I could do 80, nice and clean 80. I'm good. No worries. What got me more to thinking about it, like I'm way more isolated here. Like you're just like, yeah, hey, look at me, I'm doing 80. It's dumb. I got on one yesterday because the GPS, it doesn't know what an express lane is. So yesterday I was on an express lane, and I'm on the lane. It's costing me $1 to drive this portion of this road. I couldn't wait to get off of it, of course, but it's costing me money to drive down this road. And the traffic on the non-express lane was going faster than I was in the express lane. And then I got off, and what do I see? Like right after I get off, officers running radar on the express lane. Like that is screwed up. That like you know how mad I'd be if I got a speeding ticket on an express lane that I paid extra money to drive on. Like, it's not the same as a toll. Like a toll road is like different. Like you can kind of avoid toll roads, but like what you have to go through driving. Like if you avoided some of these toll roads like down here, like the amount of driving that you have to do to go around it is like it's insane. Like you be like, oh, I'm gonna avoid the tolls, and then you're driving for an extra half hour. That's a gallon of gas. That's more than the toll. So like they got you by the short and curlies because they, most of the time, it's like right now. Oh no, that's different. Like if I would have hopped on 75 instead of just staying right here on this 84, it would have saved me like 5 minutes getting to my destination. But like, I'm not in a hurry, you know? It's a straight shot. It's different when you're trying to cross the whole panhandle, you know? Like if you're trying to get, oh my God, I got stuck yesterday over by Hialeah Gardens. And like, if you're on the far west side of Hialeah Gardens, it's a nightmare, man. There's no like roads that like just go straight, and like all the roads are like weaving and dead ending and all this. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on with the roads, man. Like I was just trying to get out of it. Eventually, I'm like, how do I get out of here? And there was nothing coming through on the Uber. Like, usually Uber will bail me out. Like, if I'm in a place and I don't know how to get out of it. Like, I'll turn the Uber on. You know, if I catch a fare, the fare will get me out. But yesterday, I was so lost in Hialeah Gardens that I had to turn the GPS on. My secondary GPS, and I set it to take me home, and like once I started driving home, I was like, you know what, I'm done for today. Man, I don't know what's going on with this, but it's just, I don't even have it on right now. I should, but I need to get where I'm going. But the Uber thing is not going well. Like usually I'll catch a handful of like nice fares and like it'll be worth it. But like lately, like the biggest tip I got in the last 2 days was like $4. It's not worth it. Like the fare was $4. So like if the fare's $4, like that means, you know, it's, you know, some driving. And like when I'm delivering this stuff and like I gotta meet a door and I gotta wait for the person, like I can see it in their face when I'm handing them the food and they're giving me the code. Like they know that they could have gave me a couple more dollars on a tip, and that they should choose not to because it's just being cheapskates, because they don't care about anybody but themselves. And I'm over here, I was thinking to myself yesterday how there should be like a pay it forward kind of tip system for Uber. If I get a really nice tip and like the restaurant that I picked up at really took good care of me, got me in and out of there quick, and then I get a nice tip. Like I was thinking, like, man, there should be a way that I could pay a couple dollars of my tip to them, forward to them. You know? But like they're not making the food for me, they're making it for my fare. But if they do a good job taking care of me and I get a good tip, well, part of me getting a good tip, I don't even know what I'm saying, because it's like most of my tips come up front before I even make the delivery. But sometimes, you know, you get an extra on top of it. Have a nice day. Go tailgate somebody else. It's always a soccer mom tailgater. Like, I probably should have took the freeway. Next time I probably will. But sometimes I'm looking at the GPS and I'm like looking at the trip on the GPS and I'm like, oh, that's nothing. And then after you complete it, you're like, oh wow, you know, it was way more than I thought it was gonna be. Like sometimes 10 minutes seems like forever, you know? Like it's been 6 minutes. Oh, but I keep forgetting that time keeps going up because I keep, like right now it's telling me to get on 595, but I'm still going to stay on 84. So I think after I pass the 595 exit or entrance, it's going to add a minute to the time because I didn't get on it. So it said 9 minutes when it was including the freeway, but it ended up being like 14 or 15 minutes. That's how like GPS is, man. It thinks that you're like always in a super hurry, then you want to get on the freeway and be like, you want to get there like right away. It's like, no, sometimes I just want to take the side roads and chill, you know. Like my father was like that. My father like pretty much always took the back roads, man. He didn't care. He didn't care how long something took. It's very rare that I went somewhere with my father and he got on the freeway. Like he'd drive right past the on-ramp just like I've been doing. Just like I did. I'm like, Dad, you know you could take 71. He's like, screw it. He's like, Dad, you know you could take 77. Screw it. I feel him though, you know. It's like getting on the freeways, you know, sometimes it's a pain getting on and off. Especially down here, man, because you got all these soccer moms out here. You know, they just drop the kids off at school, you know, they're trying to get to their job or whatever. Trying to get to some kind of appointment or something like that. Like I get it, like most of the people that are down here that are in a hurry, you know, they got somewhere they gotta be, they're trying to get there. Like if I'm not on a trip, like I'm lollygagging, like I'm driving, like I got nowhere to go. Like I should have been on this whole time, but if I would have probably caught a couple fares by now. But I need to get here and get this mail so that I can update my Google Play information. I'm kind of bummed because I had set up another bank account because I was worried I wasn't going to be able to get the card from my other bank account. So I set up a backup plan. And now I got this other account and it's directly linked with one of my credit cards. And like I don't want it now. So like now, because it has a monthly fee. Like my current bank that I'm using now, the card that I'm going to get now, there's no fees. And like I've been with them for 20 years. bought 2 cars for this place. That's, that's 10 plus years, 12 years of like them have loaned me money. Alright, let's go in here and get this mail. It was funny, yesterday I wanted to like just drop in, and I was on a fair. I was like, oh, I'll run and get my mail. And it was kind of busy here, and like for the first time ever, the parking spot that I usually got when I came here was not open. When I really needed it, that spot wasn't open. And it was like super busy here, and I was like, I can't park on the. I'm not gonna park in a fire lane for myself. I'll park in a fire lane when I'm working, because I got a job to do. But I'm not gonna do it when I'm in my leisure, like this guy probably is right here. Picking up his kid, whatever, at the daycare or whatever he's doing. He's not working unless he's working with a kid. Yeah, he's picking his kids up from school. And like all the other people parked in regular spots. Alright, I'll be right back. It's funny. So, when you, thanks sis, whenever I, um, there's no card in here. Oh shit. I don't feel a card in here. The card isn't. Oh, there it is. Phew. Oh. Awesome. Oh no. Phew. It's still the same old ugly blue card, man. Do this now. Thanks, Ange. Part of me wants to find a discrepancy in those statements. Part of me doesn't want to find a discrepancy in those statements. Of course, if there's a discrepancy, then I might have more money in my bank than I think I do, or that I currently do. But that means that there was a discrepancy. So how many discrepancies were there, that I didn't investigate? It's kind of like, it's complicated. Alright. The card must be used to activate and set the pin. We'll do that later tonight. It's the 7th. So now I should have got fuel before I got here. Fuck, man. Crazy, man, these gas prices. Stop slouching, man. Get these bills paid up. Everything's gonna be all right. It's hard out here, man. This shit. It's all the way over there. adjusted. Yeah, I was looking at my rating yesterday, and I had 79 thumbs ups. And then I looked at it like randomly in the middle of the night for whatever reason, just to see how, what the hot zones look like at night. I said I had 76, and I emailed them like, yo man, where's my... I know they're salty with me. Like, I know they're pissed because I'm not taking like shitty fares anymore. I know they're salty with me. I know it. It's just like when I go into places and you need a second form of ID. My second form of ID is an expired handgun permit. I kept it, because, for sentimental values. I don't really think I, ever really felt like I needed it. Kind of just got it, me and my friend got it together. We both went to the little training course and, did all that. I got 99 on the test, and he got 100, but he cheated and I didn't. Like, I literally studied for the test. And he just, because the dude's like, it's kind of like knowing all the traffic laws type thing. Like, you kind of barely pass. But yeah, the dude what's the fuel price here? The dude let us cheat on the test. Well, my friend did, but he let us have the book, like the manual, like the training manual. So we could reference the training manual to answer the questions on the test. And I knew the answers without using it. Because I didn't know, my friend, obviously my friend, had a feeling or knew that the guy was going to let him cheat on the test, because if he had studied for the test, he wouldn't. I mean, would you still cheat and use the book? Would you still, if you knew that you could take the test and pass it without cheating, would you still cheat? So yeah, I'm pretty sure he must have had been privy to information that I wasn't. That's crazy. That fare that I just declined was 25 miles to deliver breakfast. Are you kidding me, bro? There isn't a breakfast spot in Miami. That's so dumb. I mean, I get it, I'm doing this job, people use this service, and I should be hell yeah, but bro, I don't want to drive all the way to Miami and then I'll be stuck there. And it's funny thing is too, is because like people that live in Miami like got money, but just because the people who live in Miami got money doesn't mean that you're gonna make money off the people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll drive, like I don't get when I deliver to somewhere in Miami Beach, like I don't get good tips. You see it on there, it says like Miami Beach. It says the address says Miami Beach. And then you look at the tip amount and you're just like, what? Like, I know damn well you can't. Like, you gotta have money to live there. You can't. There's no low income housing in Miami Beach. Like, once you cross that bridge, like, you gotta have money. So it's like, give me a break, man. Sitting here, it says that this is a hot spot. I think what happens is when something comes through, it puts the hot spot on the map. Like it's not like it's predicting that there's gonna be stuff to do. I just looked at that and I was like, man, I don't want to drive to Miami again. I drove to Miami yesterday. And I sucked, man. I ended up in Halea Gardens, man. Like if you ever get a chance to pull Halea Gardens up on Google Maps, you can see like how it's all like boxed into the corner. And there's like really only one way in and one way out. So like if you get stuck in there, back up in this corner up here, like it's really hard to get out of there. Oh shit. Oh, all right. I need to wash this window real quick. This window is filthy. Got people coming up to the window to get deliveries and the window's dirty. Where you're at, man. There's gonna be a liquor bottle on the ground. I don't remember when that happened, but just I don't know, it was 10 years ago or something, maybe somewhere around 10 years ago. So all of a sudden, the alcohol industry like really observed like the super alcoholism and started selling like where you can go into the liquor store and buy like when I was younger, you couldn't. They didn't sell those trial sized bottles of liquor at the grocery store or at a convenience store. Like you didn't have any of that kind of stuff. Like you either bought a big bottle of liquor or you bought some beer, and like there wasn't any kind of mixed drinks. Like there was like maybe Bartles and James, like little wine coolers. But like that was it. It was just beer, and now you go into a corner store and there's like cherry bomb shots, and you can buy pre-mixed gin and juice and little shot cans and stuff. Like, they really, like, provided, you know, mega alcoholism. And, like, people will go into the little gas station and get, you know, get a little bottle of liquor and just like, oh, just a quick shot real quick, you know? Like a single shot of liquor. Like, yeah, hey, do a cherry bomb real quick. Like, just, I can already see it. Like, there's just nothing going on the map. Like, phone doesn't want to charge. It's hard out here. I keep making videos talking about like what it's like to be a Uber delivery driver, and like nobody wants to hear it, man. Like, they don't give a shit. I keep forgetting though that like the people that try and cheapskate are people that like just open their account. They're like, oh, I got $20 and free, you know, shit, and they're trying to get the most out of it, you know. Trying to get the most out of their free stuff, and like a lot of those people that do that use that free, like they just use the free $20 and like they just don't use the service ever again. So like sometimes there's like a barrage of people doing that. Man, so I guess Hurricane Betty's hitting up north of Tampa, and then it's like coming back down into Orlando and then back up through to Jacksonville and then going up towards the Carolinas. So like totally missed where I was at, and like I was trying to be prepared for it, and like I didn't need to be, so like, you know, it is what it is. I don't know what to do right now. It's just, fuck. I probably should have took that trip to Miami. Like, bro, find a breakfast spot closer to your fucking place, man. Seriously. Like, breakfast is breakfast, man. Like, like bacon and eggs is the same bacon and eggs from every place you go to, man. Oh, they cook the bacon better at such and such place. Like, nah, bro. It's the same shit, man. It's the same shit. Say what you want. It's just irritating, man, when somebody like orders like Chick-fil-A and I gotta drive it like 10 miles and there's a Chick-fil-A like right on the corner of the street where I'm delivering at. I'm like, I get it, I'm trying to make money. I understand. $30 on a credit card so I can keep. I guess my mail service was expired, but they still took my mail. So they give you a couple days, I guess, after your whatever you paid for expires. So I paid for another month. I could have paid for 3 months. Got 1 month free basically, but like the mail's not even going there. It's not even showing up. Like I got mail going all over the place, man. Like, cause this shit doesn't reroute. Like a lot of stuff, like if you do an address change with the Postal Service, a lot of the companies that you have mail coming through don't accept it. They just keep sending it to whatever address they have on file. And you just don't get it at the P.O. box. Like, I thought that was the point of the address change, was like all these years I thought that the Postal Service, now some companies do, like my Amazon card, my Chase card, it emails me like, hey, we see that you put in a change of address, is this valid? And yeah, I changed my address. But like, they're one of out of all the places, like they're the only one that do that. I was supposed to be getting something else in the mail, and like I just found out that my service was expired, so I don't know if what else I was expecting showed up and they sent it back. Where am I going? I go again, just driving. Shit is not working out, man. Miles, an hour trip, and 24 miles to deliver somebody breakfast. Like, your shit is gonna be cold, man. Are you stupid? Like, what do they think, that I got like a warmer oven in the car, you know? Like, some people use those warmer bags, you know, or it keeps the food warm, I guess. But the thing about those is, it creates like condensation inside the so your food is like, when you open it, it's just like water in there. Oh, here, I thought I washed the windshield, I just made it dirtier. Stressed out, man. Texted my friend this morning, and she doesn't have anything to say, man. Nothing. There's nothing to say, man. If I don't text, if like I don't send a text like, hey, how are you this morning? Oh my God, I hope you're great. Hugs and kisses and love, and you're the best person in the world. Like, if I don't send a message like that, she's not gonna respond. Like today, I said, I hope your week's going better than mine. Shit ain't working out. She's not gonna respond. And like, I love her to death, man. And like, she's a trip. Like, she knows that she knows how she is, but she, like, continues to be that way, even though, like, she knows it. It's kind of like me being bipolar. I know that I'm screwed up, and that when I'm having a bipolar moment, that, like, I say things that I don't mean, shouldn't have said. But I have a disorder, so, like, it's out of my control. So, like, maybe, like, people that you know that are a certain way, and, like, you love them, but it's hard to talk to them or be around them because of how they are, and, like, they may have a disorder that they don't know about. Like, I'm screwed up. Like, me personally, like, I think that I'm disabled. Like, I don't think that I should be out in the world. Like, I think that my bipolar, like, I don't think people should have to deal with it. I don't think that other people should have to put up with me. Like, people don't get paid enough to work with me. Like, I did a good job of hiding it for a long time. And, like, people just ignore things. So, like, those times where, like, I was flipping out at the job, and, like, people just blew it off, So, because they don't care, man. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about anybody, man. It's sad. Because people got their own problems, man. Like, if I call my sister and I'm like, oh, blah, blah, telling her about all my problems, she's like, why does she want to hear that? She has her own problems. Like, nobody wants to hear about your problems. But then there's, I think there's people that, like, only want to hear about the problems. That's why I kind of thought that when I sent that message talking about how my week's going shitty, that she might be like, oh, say something. It's just nothing. Like, I have to word my text messages in a certain way to trigger a response. And, like, I'm trying to keep in touch, Like, I'm trying to be a friend, and, like, it's hard. Hard sometimes, man. Like, my friend is gonna come down here, and hopefully I'll get to see him and hang out. And, like, he's gonna be exactly the same. And, like, there's no positive developments. Like, there's not gonna be, like, we're gonna be like, hey, let's get together and let's start a business, or let's do something together. And, like, it's just not gonna happen. Because he's like my mom. My mother, I could be like, hey mom, hey, what if you did it like this, or what if you did that? Make a suggestion. Oh, no, that's not gonna work, blah blah. And, like, it wasn't a good idea because it wasn't her idea. Like, that's how people are. Like, people people don't want advice. Like, I got like little tidbits of advice that like I can make videos about, and like if people took my advice, like they could, it would help them out a lot. But like nobody tunes in to hear shit like that. Nobody wants advice. Nobody wants to know how you found a way to save money. Nobody wants to know how you live. And like, I respect that. But I'm telling you right now, if I was listening, watching a video, and somebody like suggested something like that I'm doing anyway, and the way that they do it's better than the way that I do it, I would definitely incorporate what they're talking about into what I'm doing. My friend would say, "Oh yeah, you'd steal their idea." Nice professional establishment. The woman, as soon as I walk in, she's, "Are you picking up for Maria?" I'm like, "Yep." I'm like, "Thank you." Most places was like, "Oh." She didn't even give me a chance to exchange pleasantries. I need to go back the way that I just came in. Come on. Like, I was prepared to be like, "Oh, hey, how are you today?" I did that I was at the Salty Donut yesterday. And I walked in and I was like, "Hey, how you doing today?" And I, trying to like be all like exchange pleasantries and shit, and like, because sometimes I go into places and like the people at the restaurant, they're like mad that I wasn't like, "Oh, hi. Oh, how's the family? Oh, lovely weather we're having." Like, usually I expect to just walk and be like, "Hey, I've got to pick up for so-and-so." Like, we're doing a job. It's your job. Let's just do our jobs. Want to make this delivery for Mariah and move on to the next one, I've been lollygagging a lot lately, where I'm just like driving slow. Just not making the money that I was making before. It seems like when you get to a certain amount, that stop coming, the trips. Like, I don't think Uber wants people to do this full time. I really don't. I think they want the college kids, or as teenagers, or soccer moms that are just trying to make an extra, couple dollars here and there. They want those people. They don't want people like me just like trying to make a living doing this. Like this trip here that I just took, the amount that I'm making from it is half. Is a little under half what the order going to Miami declined. So I declined an order that was 25 miles in an hour. And now I'm on a 7-minute delivery that's a 10-minute delivery that was 4 miles. And it's half of what the one that was 24 miles was. Like, that's the difficult thing about this. Like, you get a trip and you're making like, an amount per mile, and then the next trip you get is double the miles and it's less than the previous trip. Like, for me to do that one, for the last one that was for an hour, 24 miles, 2 of the one that I'm on now, that's taking 10 minutes, 20 minutes, I can make what I would have made in an hour for that last one. It's what makes it so hard about this, is like you take a fare and you're like, cool, man, this is, if I can get fares like this all day, it's worth it. And then the next one is just like garbage. You're just like, what? Aside from the people panhandling on the side of the road, I think I'm the brokest person in Florida. Oh, for real. All it takes, man, is just like a handful of good fares, and it's totally worth it, man. And like, I've delivered to plenty of people that can be those good fares. They just choose not to. That's why they call it a fare, because it's not fair. $10.36. I'll be there in 3 minutes. It's expected in 10. If I would have drove all crazy, I probably could have squeezed another minute. Wealthy and you use a delivery service, you gotta help your delivery driver out, man. Like, we don't even make minimum wage. The only reason this works for me is because I'm homeless. Like, all I really need to do is, well, right now I'm trying to pay some bills up from months ago, but all I really need to do is pay for a few things, and like, I'm good. So like when I have a couple shitty weeks or a shitty week, a couple shitty days, it's okay. You know, I'll be alright. But like I can't live like this forever. Like I know a lot of people that are like living a certain type of way that are like super content and like no intention of trying to improve it. And like, I want to improve, man. But I'm not materialistic. Like, I don't have any, like, I mean, yeah, man, like, I'd love to be, like, a regular dude, you know, that's got a good job and a wife and a family and a boat, you know, and like I want to be that guy. I'm not that guy. Never was. I had 2 women that got pregnant while I was dating them, and they both had miscarriages. Like it wasn't in the cards for me. I remember I got in an argument with my girlfriend about, you know, the miscarriage, and she's like, "Oh, you act like you don't care. Blah blah blah. You don't have to go through what I went through." I was like, "No, I gotta go through some shit too." Because when you told your coworkers, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, my girlfriend's pregnant." "Oh, congratulations." "Oh yeah, I can't wait. You know, maybe we're gonna build a life together and blah blah," and then like 8 months go by, 9 months go by, and that same person's like, "Oh hey, how's the baby?" You're like, "Oh, she miscarried," you know. Like she tried to argue with me like and make me feel bad about something, and like I didn't feel bad like about it too. Sucks, man. And I had a time where I can't believe, man, people like get abortions, man. Crazy, man. How do those women feel like later in life, like if they, you know, aborted a baby and then like later in life they don't have any kids, and it's like did they look back and like, man, I wish I wouldn't have got that abortion? What the future may have brought. You might have birthed freaking a genius. But you know, everything happens for a reason, right? 8791. 8791.
New message from Uber. Leave a door. Please leave my porch. Don't ring bell, please. Please leave my porch.
These people, they're always like, "Do you need to take a picture?" I'm like, "No, I just skip that." Like, 90% of the time, I skip the photo. Like, the only time that I usually take the photo is if I'm in an apartment building. Like, I'll take the photo because if you're in a hood apartment building, like, there's a possibility that, like, some somebody's rotten neighbor might walk by and snatch some shit up, and it's like, sometimes I don't even think, like, even if you do take the photo, I mean, who's to say you didn't take the photo and then pick the shit back up and take it with you and leave? You know, so, you know, Uber does their investigations, and they're like, oh, we see you were at the address, yeah, it's not your fault. Because, like, I had a day, I've had two not receiveds. And, no, three. I had one that I'm pretty sure that I delivered it to the wrong address. And then I had one that I think someone else might have grabbed it. Like I was saying about taking the picture and shit. And then I had another one where, like, I was at the right address and somebody opened the door and I handed it to them. And then I got a notification that they didn't receive the stuff. And you remember the people that you handed this stuff to, and you're like, that mofo, you know. Like, that guy was out there waiting for me. Like, I was 9 minutes early. You know? Like, how long were you, like, how did he know? Because it was Maria that ordered it, but I handed it to a guy. But he's like, oh, is that for Maria? I'm like, yeah. So, like, you know, what's the likelihood that, you know. So, yeah, so all I need is like 10 fares like the one that I just got. And like 10 or 20 of them. Like, if I got 20 fares like the one I just had, it's a good day, and it's a living wage, but it's just nothing's coming through right now. So it's like, man, wish I would have joined the military or something, man, when I was younger. Wish I would have did something with my life, man. It's too late now. It's too late now, man. It's too late to go back to school. And even if I did try to go back and, you know, learn some school, like, I'm still disabled. And the reason I didn't make it through school is because I'm disabled. There's nothing I can do about that. That's what bugs me about the whole everything happens for a reason thing. For what reason am I all screwed up? For what reason do I believe that I have a brilliant mind, and that if I spent a couple of days or a week or two hanging out with other people with brilliant minds that were in a position to, like, do something with their thoughts, that they'd be like, wow, man, that's a good idea, you know. Gotta be patient, man. Just chill out. I feel better though when I'm doing the stream. The more it's easier to cope. Just ain't easy, man. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, man. Like, I coulda went back to my old job. But I was, I had this vision that I was gonna be a YouTuber, man. Like, that's a dumb thing to think, man. But I always, like, the whole time, like, the plan was, the fallback was into what I'm doing right now. You think about it, you're like, oh yeah, Uber Eats, you're thinking delivery service, right? You're thinking that it's gotta pay, it's gotta pay a living wage, right? Like, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Like, even if it did pay better, like, that doesn't negate the fact that there's nothing coming through right now. Like, it doesn't matter how much you make off the fares if there are no fares. You know what I'm saying? Doubly stressed out because there's trying to think of a way to help myself and help others at the same time. She's got nothing to say. It's like, oh, you're having a bad week? Oh, well, fuck you. And I tried to work with her a bunch of times, and I have a mental disorder, so when people treat me a certain way, the mental disorder is really, go around. Get the fuck out of here. What is that? Fuck you. I don't do this shit for free, bro. Double the miles. Fuck your mother. Was double the miles of the one that I just did. And half of the pay. That one I just declined just now was despicable. The one that I just took, I need to go right. So we're gonna make a crazy drive here. Do it. The one I just took is shitty. The one I just took is double the miles and less money than I just made off the last one. But I gotta work. I gotta make something. lined up and made that turn like that. Like, I can't believe one of the ones I just declined. Like, sometimes I think, like, Uber just, like, sends me random shit just to be, like, just for me to look at and feel disrespected. The thing about it is, when I first started doing this and I was making good money, I was taking every trip. But I think that Uber was padding the numbers. Like, my first couple weeks, Uber was giving me extra money and making it look like the customers, like the fares, were giving me the extra money just to get me, to rope me in, to make me keep doing it. The introductory, rate. And then, like, when you keep doing it, you keep thinking, like, the whole time, you're like, oh, I'm going to start making money like I was when I first started again. Just reaching, grasping for something that's not there. Door is really close to the car. Hope she didn't leave the car. Sorry, ma'am. Expecting to be in and out. Which I kind of was. That sucks. And you go in sometimes and you're waiting. And somebody comes in and they get their shit before you do. And you've been there waiting. You've been there waiting. If I was that guy, I'd be pissed. He's still in there waiting. I got mine. It feels like there's nothing in the bag. I don't know what's in there. Man, I gotta go back. In there. This is not right.
Hi, thank you for calling Uber support. Please note this call will be recorded for quality and training purposes. It looks like you have a question about your current live order. Is that correct? Please say yes or no.
Yes.
Before I connect you, please say your date of birth for verification. For example, say January 1st, 1975.
September 11th, 1980.
Got it. September 11th, 1980. Please stay on the line, and we will connect you to the next available team member.
Hello, thank you for calling our support. My name is Lucy. How can I assist you?
Hello, Missy. I just picked up an order for Destiny at McDonald's. I guess breakfast was over, and
Okay.
they gave me a bag with something in it, but it's not what she ordered.
Oh, I see.
And so they
Okay,
told
they
me,
gave you the...
hold on, they
sorry.
told me, I went back, because I was like, I was walking out, and I was like, oh, this is wrong, and I had already, accepted it. So I went back in, and they told me to just cancel it, but I'm like, it looks like I picked it up, so I don't know what to do.
Okay. Mr. Ryan, I'm so sorry this happened, that the restaurant gave you the incorrect order at the beginning, but I do thank you for going back for the right one.
Well, I didn't get the right one, though. They canceled it because breakfast is over.
Mm-hmm. And when you went back, they told you it was canceled, correct?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Mr. Ryan, don't worry, I'm here to assist you, okay?
Okay.
I will see about the cancellation from my side, okay, from my end, so
Okay.
that your account is not affected, okay?
Thank you.
I'll be just back with you less than 2 minutes, okay, Mr. Ryan? Don't worry, I'm here to assist you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, of course.
Uber support is really good. It's very rare that I don't give them 5 stars. So they'll probably compensate me for the fare, and I got whatever food is in this bag. It's mine now, I guess. What is this place? What are you doing here, officer? Like, I wanted to park there. So yeah, as you can see, like, my day is already not going well. It's the life of a delivery driver. So I think this is some water right here, so I'm gonna park here for a little bit.
Mr. Ryan, thank you so much for holding time, sir. I'm back with you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. I just want to confirm I am working on the cancellation, okay? Don't worry.
Okay.
I just thank you. Because you went back to a restaurant for the right order, I was able to apply a $3 compensation for this, okay? For the compensation of the guest of going back to a restaurant, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Of course, Mr. Ryan. I need to call the restaurant, okay? Just to confirm that they cannot continue with the delivery and this cancellation thing that they told you. That they gave you the wrong order first, and then they told you that they canceled it, but it's still going. So I just need to clarify this with the restaurant, okay? And I'll be just back with you, Mr. Ryan.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep, thank you.
And then that's it. Of course, sir. Of course. You just stay with me, okay?
I will.
Thank you.
They just put like some random food in this woman's bag. Like, just put, it says on here. It's got her name on it.
Thank you for your holding time, Mr. Ryan. I'm back with you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. So yes, they are telling me that it's almost nationwide. The system issues with Uber from McDonald's.
Okay.
So, so don't worry. I am making the full documentation, okay?
Okay,
This
cool.
will not affect your account whatsoever, sir.
All right.
Okay? Of course.
Okay, should
Mr. Ryan,
hold on.
Sorry.
Should I decline my next McDonald's order then?
oh, let me just see, okay?
Okay. I don't want to go through this again, you know. Like, cause it's got her name on it. It's got it. The number matched up, the name matched up, but it's not what she ordered at all.
Oh, I see. Okay. Let me just go ahead and confirm the delivery you're on, okay?
Yep.
Because I am working on the cancellation, so don't worry, okay?
Okay.
It should be going now. It should be gone now on your app.
Okay. Yep, it's gone.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Ryan. Okay, so don't worry. I'm so sorry about this inconvenience, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all in a day's work. Thank you.
Yes, but everything is going to get better from now on, okay?
Yes,
No worries.
I know. Thank you very much for your time, for your help.
Of course, Mr. Ryan. It was my pleasure. Can I do anything else for you today at all?
No, that'll be okay. I hope not. I hope. Okay.
Yes, sir. If anything else happens, let us know. We're here to support you in every situation, okay? Don't worry.
You guys are great. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan. After this call, you will receive a quick survey just to rate my assistance today, okay?
Yes.
Have a wonderful rest of the day, Mr. Ryan.
Yes,
Thank
you
you
t-
for calling over support, sir.
You too. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Of course.
Oh shit! I hung up before the survey went through. So yeah, so I got a free triple cheeseburger here that I'm gonna go ahead and eat. I'd rather have completed the fare, but thank you. I'm glad I feel it. $31. Oh, that's funny. Oh, it's really good. I wish there was some fries in there, though. I never had a triple cheeseburger from McDonald's. This is fantastic. I'm gonna go walk up here for a second. Take a look at this water. The thing about doing this is McDonald's, like Dunkin', like you can't verify what's in the bag. So like when you make your pickup, you're assuming that you're picking up the right stuff. So I got lunch. Oh God. That's why you gotta call support when something like that happens. You can't just cancel, because you don't get the, they paid me for the fare. And the thing is about it is, like, I don't care about the time. I mean, I care about, like, how much fuel I burn. And, like, the fact that the car is running all day long. But, like, it's smooth as silk. It's running great. Just looks like I don't think it's a big deal. But yeah, you know, I need to make money. And it wasn't even a good fare. Napkins are so worthless. I mean, they kind of serve their purpose, but like when you get like a handful of them in there, like it takes the whole handful to do what one bounty napkin does. So I got lunch. Really good. Had a really good triple cheeseburger there. They compensated me, but I'm still losing. Cigarette. I'm still having a losing day already. Like sometimes I'm looking at what's supposed to be on the order, and it'll say like, oh, it's a drink and a sandwich and this and that, and I'll get the bag and I'm like, drink in there? Like, oh yeah, that's in there. Like you feel the weight of the bag and you're like, man, this is. But again, like I might feel that the weight of the bag might be off, but if the bag is sealed, you know, with their sealed like that, and I deliver it and it's wrong, they're obviously, their complaint is going to be with McDonald's, right? They can't, you know, it's got, that's why those stickers are on there. So you can't take something out of it. It's like my favorite place. I like when they make sure that everything's sealed up. Like, I gotta accept that. insane what this is, this amount. I had to take that. We'll see what happens. We just had a problem with McDonald's, and I just took another McDonald's. I need to go the other way. Man, I feel like this would be a good spot for me to hover. But I asked her, I said, should I not take McDonald's orders? And she didn't say, yeah, don't take McDonald's. Just took, hopefully, I hope this one goes through. Let's see what happens. Oh, shit. Dang it. Fuck. I'll be doing crazy ill shit out here on these roadways. Holy shit, where did you come from? That's how it is, man. It's like people come out of nowhere. Like, I don't know where that van came. That van. Oh man, that shit canceled. Order canceled. Ha! It made a. Did you hear that sound? I want to, man. I might have to go back, see if I can't sample that sound later. That was a cool sound, man. Well, they got me moving. Like, oh, he took the next McDonald's order. He was trying to capitalize. Like, yeah. Should I not take the next McDonald's order I get? I took it. That's not, you know, once in a while I'll get a trip. It's like an astronomical amount of pay. Where you're just like, wow, really? Not astronomical, but, you know, way more than usual. And it's like, I'll be like, oh, something seems fishy about this. And like, I'll put it through and it'll go through and I'll be like, all right, cool, thanks. Get away from that McDonald's. Yeah, if you're watching the stream, thanks for hanging out. I'm always talking about how I got plans to make the stream better, and I do. But I make my money off of what I'm doing, and right now you can see that I'm not making any money. So McDonald's is having some kind of technical issues, some kind of technical glitch. Jesus Christ, man. You're gonna keep getting there. You're gonna get there on time, bro. station with a fair price, so I have to go there. Turn around and go back there. Fuck. That guy's a crazy good driver. Oh, I gotta make another U-turn to get in there. Been to this station before. Oh, fuck you. No U-turn. I gotta make a U-turn here. The fuck? Why is there no U-turn here? I gotta get this fuel. It's the same prices. My usual station. I'm running low, so I gotta get some fuel. Even though I don't usually go to this station, I gotta did. Gotta did. Or on a credit card.